Well, hello enemies book lovers, my name is Ash and welcome back to my channel. We all know why we're here, and that is to finally continue the Stormlight Archive with Dawnshard. Finally, it's been months and I'm finally getting back to the Stormlight Archive. I kind of was in a little bit of a slump with it, not because it wasn't good, but because I just needed a break, and because it's been a few months, I think it's perfect time to get back into this world. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, I didn't even know what this book was about until I read the back. When a ghost ship is discovered, its crew presumed dead from trying to reach the storm-shrouded island of Akana. And I think that was actually brought up in Oathbringer. I am so excited. I was so curious about the island. I want to know more about it. It was like a one little part. I think it was in one of the interlude chapter and it never happened again. So I think that's the same island. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure though that is correct. I'm so excited now. I didn't know what this book was about. Also, Lopen is in this, which is also fun. I know one of my friends likes Lopen a lot. It's one of his favorite characters in the series. So I want to see more of Lopen. He's really funny. I just think he's really good comic relief. So I'm excited to see more about him. But yeah, I'm going to start this now. There's not really a point in talking more about this book because it's pretty simple. So let's finally continue the Stormlight Archive and let's start Dawnshard.
Doc seemed a good sort though, so y'all was going to treat him right. By treating him wrong. Y'all leaned out farther.
She's so pretty. Look at the artwork. Anyway, I'm so excited. So the first Dreams has kind of like showed up, and Yalb and his new captain noticed it and went onto it and found out it's like a ghost ship now. I'm so curious. I cannot wait to find out. I'm only on chapter 1 now, so I should probably continue reading and stop updating so often, but like I just can't wait. Hello. It's been a little bit since my last update, but I have a headache, so I showered. I'm kind of just like relaxing for the rest of the day, and I'm going to be continuing obviously to read Dawnshard. And I've already read a little bit since I last updated you, which I didn't really update you at all. But I'm only on chapter 3. This is Cheery Cheery, right? This is like the header of all of Risen's chapters, and I'm assuming that's who this is, which is really cute. I seen that Risen went to Irithiru. I think that's how you pronounce it because I'm listening to the audiobook, so I think that's how you say it. It's kind of hard for me to say, but anyway. She went there and she's now talking to Navani and trying to see if she should take on this passage to this island or to the place that the ghost ship came from, and hoping that Cheery Cheery will be healed. Honestly, I'm hoping it so too because I love Cheery Cheery. She is so cute, so I want her to survive, and so it's nice to see she's actually going to be able to, hopefully, fingers crossed, be healed and be okay. But she just got accepted, I guess, for this quest, I'll say, and she was going to go and do that. And of course, she's going to be sent with a Radiant on her ship, and I know with the synopsis who the Radiant is going to be. It's Lopen, and I am on chapter 3, and we just started off with Lopen's chapter. I love his little symbol. I don't know if you can see it very well. I like Lopen. He's a little like chaotic, but I kind of love that about him. So I'm gonna go into his chapter and see how I feel about him and his chapters, and I'm having a good time. It gives me the vibe of like when Shallan and Yasna were on the ship in like book 2 together. Yeah, let me continue, and I will now read chapter 3 and see what Lopen's up to. I'm sure it'll be something chaotic again, which I love. We love that for him.
Velo, you live up high on a giant crab. I figured you like heights.
They don't frighten me. Talik folded his arms.
Yeah, good. See, look, the view's great, right? Something you've never seen, right? I know about the Reshi Sea. My cousin, he lived out on the coast, and I've heard him say how hot it is there. No snow.
The voice actors for this is so good. It's making me love Lopen even more. Like, I kind of liked him to begin with, but now I love him even more. The way he talks and the way he just, like, rambles. I love it so much. I just love the vibes. It feels a lot more chill right now. I'm sure later on it'll be more tension, but right now it's just, like, really relaxing. And I think the way that Brandon Sanderson does, like, ship travel, if that's what it's called, is really well done. He does it a lot in his books now that I think about it. Like, Trust of the Emerald Sea, we had a lot of it in Oathbringer, and then we had some of it in Words of Radiance. So I think he does a good job with it. It's not boring, so I like the way he does it. But yeah, love Lopen more than I thought I did, especially with this audiobook. It just makes him so much more funny. I'm on chapter 6, so I'm actually making pretty good progress. I'm on page 82. I actually really like the conversation around Risen and how she feels about the situation she's in and like her disability. It's really, really well done. I don't know, obviously, from a personal perspective, but it feels like Brandon Sanderson really did research into how this would be for someone in this situation. And I just love the way that Risen kind of thinks to herself. Despite the fact that there's so much progression and things are getting so much better, she still can't figure out how to help herself and her legs, and if she can get up or do anything, give herself a little bit more independence, and how she's kind of like bringing herself back from that self-loathing and that like hatred and all of those like really negative feelings inside of herself, trying to stop that from happening again because she probably experienced it when it first happened. It's just so well done, again, in my opinion. I don't know, but like I just love the way Brandon Sanderson wrote her character and how she's kind of handling everything. I really hope that she doesn't just like magically heal. Like if she's around a radiant for too long, she might start to walk again. It might be temporary. Like that would be kind of good for her as a character. But I really don't like when authors heal, quote unquote, someone that either becomes disabled or something happens to them. Like Lopin and her kind of have this like back and forth really cute conversation about what he's dealt with his one arm in the past, and they kind of like bond over that, which is really cute. But Lopin obviously has 2 arms now, so it's not really a problem for him anymore. I'm really hoping that if Risen at least like comes to a better conclusion of what she's dealing with, it's not just her healing again, because I think that a lot of authors do that with characters like this, and I don't like it. It feels like you're trying to fix them. And obviously I want her to have like a better life and being able to help herself more and become more independent and not need someone to carry her around. I want that to absolve itself, but I also don't want it to be like she needs to be fixed, you know? I am really excited to see what's going to happen with her and like see her progression, and not even just physical, but like emotional progression throughout the book. So I'm really liking the aspect of that, and I think he did a good job. Again, in my personal opinion, I think he did a really good job with that character so far.
Actually functional, something Nickley was proud of. Most sleepless used prop eyes. That caused their sightlines to be off, easier to notice.
What?
With the body's eyes closed, it was easier to feel the distance.
What's a sleepless? Do I know what that is? Nickley, you gotta explain yourself, sir. Or whatever you are. Oh my god. Arklow was a sleepless, who was a character from Edge Dancer. He was the kind of like villain, I think. Okay. I think I'm gonna pause for today. I read 100 pages. I'm on page 102 currently. What's going on? Alright, so I'm figuring out that there's multiple sleepless. There's not just like the one from Edge Dancer, but it is interesting to see that there's like subtle connection between the 2 novels already, or novellas. So that's really cool to see. They also don't want them going to the island, so they're trying to use Nickley to kind of like tell them like pretty much go away, don't go over there. They're using the little omens to scare them off. I so interested in the sleepless, because what are these things? Like I know they're like insect things that take on the human body. It's so gross, but so cool. And it's slightly disturbing, obviously. Also, the cook, what's her name again? That is Rock's daughter. That's so cute. I wrote down notes and I noticed that. Her name is Cord. Cord is Rock's daughter, and it's so cute because she is the cook of the ship. And that's awesome. Like, I just love it so much. It's just so cute seeing other characters that are linked with others of the main series. So it's really nice to see that. But I'm going to take a break for today. I'm 100 pages in. I'm a third of the way through this book. And obviously not much has happened because it's only 100 pages. But I really want to know what's going to happen next. So I'm going to do that in the next clip, whenever that's going to be. And I'll come back to you very shortly because I really want to know what happens next. I think it's a few days later. It's like 1 or 2 days later. But I'm finally going to be continuing Dawnshard. Obviously, that's the one right here. I keep showing it to you like you don't know what it is. Guess what I'm reading, guys? It's Dawnshard again. I'm wearing a tank top. I swear I'm wearing a shirt. I swear I'm wearing one. I wear tank tops like almost all year round, especially now that it's 25 to 30 degrees almost every single day in Celsius. I'm going to be continuing off of chapter 7, and I'm going to fly through this. I think I'm going to spend a lot of time reading this today. So I have my audiobook, and I have my physical book, and I have my notes, so I am ready. Hopefully the fan isn't too loud. I'm going to try talking a little bit louder to kind of compensate, so I do apologize for the background noise, but actually I could turn it off. I'm gonna turn off the fan, so that way you don't have to worry about hearing it in the next clip. Oh, Lopin. Lopin trying to impress Cord is kind of adorable. Like, he's trying his best, and she doesn't really care. Hey, maybe she'll care eventually, but right now, she doesn't seem to care. I kind of love it, though. It's kind of cute. I'm currently in the middle of chapter 9, so I am almost exactly halfway through the book now, as you can see. Ooh, exciting. I just got to the chapter where Nickley was pretending to be a Xanthid that was not alive anymore in the ocean, and they thought it was a bad omen, but of course Risen finds a way to make it sound like it's a good thing, and everyone decides to try to take the Xanthid, but then it like turns into little Kremlings. That was a really gross scene, by the way, but obviously we know as a reader it's Nickley. They're still trying to figure out what's going on, and then we see Cord talk about the the gods, and how there is gods that are not spren or human, and this one is one of them. Gods who do not sleep or something. And so she has more information about the sleepless, or what we know as the sleepless. But I am halfway through. I'm gonna go eat something now. I'll come back to you, obviously. And we're exactly halfway through the book now, so it's really cute and really simple, very fast to read. I mean, I'm like flying through this right now, so I'm having a good time in that regard. Let me know how you felt about this book when you read it. There we are, reading together.
Hand on his sword, joined by 2 of his best soldiers. Lopin and Julio, who had been hovering near the ship instead of scouting outward as usual, dropped to the deck as well. Ribs, is it time?
Yes. Take him.
Pistol hit Nickley against the deck in seconds, a sturdy rope binding his wrists.
I knew she would catch on that it was Nickley. He was trying to put it on cord. No, it was not cord. It was you, Nickley. You know it was you. I was just so happy that Risen found out. Risen is smart, so Nickley is the dumb one for actually thinking she would not realize that sooner. Also, I like the way that it's discussing her wheelchair and how she's able to kind of like move it now on her own due to like the ruby and the aluminum thing that happened. Love that. It was so cute. I was almost tearing up. It was just so good. I love the way he's doing it and how he's like kind of explaining how Risen feels. It's just so good. And the crew and how she feels about the crew. Ugh. It's like a little found family and I love it so much. But yeah, this happened and I'm like, thank you, Risen. I'm so glad she eventually noticed it because I swear the way he's acting like Cord did it, I was mad. Like, Cord is innocent. Leave her alone. Okay? I'm on chapter 12 and they got to the island. So we just got through the storm. Really cool. Lopin saving a bunch of people. There's also something in the water. I don't know what that was. Yes, they're on the island. I want Cherry to get better. So I'm really hoping that happens because Cherry's not doing well and I'm so scared. And I'm attached to this little thing and I want her to be okay. So we're at the island and I'm excited to see what's going to happen next.
They do not know that I am accustomed to such incredible sights, for I experience something even more impressive each morning after I wake.
Is that so?
When I look in the mirror.
And you wonder why you're still single?
Oh, I don't wonder. I'm fully aware that so much of me is difficult for any one woman to handle. My Majesty confuses them. It's the only explanation for why they often run away.
Surprisingly, she grinned back. Usually people threw things at him when he said lines like that.
I've read for the past hour and I think I'm going to take a break for tonight. I'm going to finish this in the morning. So I have only around an hour or less left of the book. Around 45 minutes to an hour left. And like a lot of things are happening right now. They found the true Oath Gate underground and he is rushing back to the people at the ship because due to the failsafe not working and them finding the true Oath Gate, now things are going to happen. So the drama is about to unfold and I don't really want to stop right now. At the same time, I'd rather stop now than later. Things are about to happen, so I'll let you know what that is tomorrow morning. I just woke up, but let's finish Dawnshard and see how this ends.
Once, what she saw in the water made her feel as if she'd been struck by a bolt of lightning. Hundreds of kremlins, crustaceans smaller than a person's fist,
Sleepless.
crawling out of the ocean and up the side of the ship.
Interesting. Nickley says, I genuinely enjoyed our time together, but the very Cosmere is at stake. A few deaths now, however, regrettably will prevent catastrophe. The Cosmere is at stake? What? Who are the Sleepless? Don't tell me, obviously. No spoilers, but like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Excuse me. Wait a moment. They found a room with shard plate, huge like great shells, and like a mural of a sun on the wall or like the ceiling. And Risen, take that on. She has that within her now, I think. I think that's what's happening. What's going on? I'm scared. I'm actually nervous. This island in this room is very important. I don't really remember anything when it comes to a sun in the other series so far, so this is kind of new to me at least. But yeah, she took whatever that was on. We're almost at the end. We only have like this much left, so I guess we'll find out maybe, and if not, we'll find out in the other books. Julio? Oh my god, Julio. He just summoned a shard hammer. Alright, Julio, he's pretty cool. Okay, what? I am about to get to the epilogue. I just finished the last chapter before the epilogue. And obviously we're talking to the Sleepless, or mostly Nickley, about what happened. And Risen is now technically the Dawnshard. She took one of the 4 Dawnshards into her, and they are the 4 commands. It's actually kind of a smart way to kind of keep it away from other people, but also it's still very nerve-wracking. And I wonder if it's the Ghostbloods that are trying to find the Dawnshard, because she will interact with the Ghostbloods potentially, because we know that Shallan does. There's so much happening. I'm so excited to find out. Obviously, again, please don't tell me. Please don't spoil. Please don't even hint to me anything. I don't want to know. I want to go into this as blind as possible, but I'm having a great time. And a lot's happening. A lot of Cosmere things are happening. So I'm happy I actually read this book. I mean, I wasn't going to skip it, but still, I'm glad I read it. And I'm on to the epilogue now with Lopin. So hopefully Lopin gets healed. He did injure or break his leg, so hopefully he gets better. And I only have like 10 minutes left before I finish. So let's finish this book and see how I feel about it.
Incredible, Lopin. Rua lifted his hand into the air in a fist. Then the little spren toppled over to the side. Rua? Lopin leaned down.
You playing a trick on me, Knuckle?
Rua vanished. Then a silvery little dagger appeared in his place. Lopin picked it up. It was physical, not insubstantial. It was...
These words are accepted.
A burst of frost and power exploded around Lopin. He looked at the ceiling.
Storm me! You did it again! I almost died out there! You accept the words now?
It is the right time.
Where's the drama? The sense of timing! You're terrible at this, Benito!
I take offense at that. Be glad for what you have.
I didn't even know I said it.
Storm it. Stupid oath. But he tried out the dagger, and it changed to a nice silvery sword, beautiful and ornate. He expected a little engraving of Rua making a rude gesture. And of course, as he thought about it, that exact thing appeared on the blade. This offered a ton of possibilities. And she had agreed to train the sleepless. Storms. Was it her, or did this tea taste extra good? She inspected it, then glanced at the sunlight pouring through the porthole. Was it brighter than usual? Why did the colors in her room look so exceptionally vivid all of a sudden?
Wait. The taste being stronger and the colors being more vivid. That reminds me of Mistborn and Warbreaker. What the heck did she do? I'm so excited.
Strange, how she saw the contrast of shadows much more starkly now. And why did Derwan's voice sound more musical?
I think I shall select the most boring, most mundane trade expedition I can find, Captain.
That satisfied Derwan. Risen settled back, a fading glory sprang overhead, contemplating the words mundane and boring. She had an inkling that neither would ever accurately describe her life again.
What? Okay, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of Cosmere stuff going on. It's just like linking a bunch of different things together, and it's making me confused because I'm not very good at this kind of stuff. I'll be honest with you. I'm not the smartest person. I'm not so stupid or anything, but like, I'm not that smart. Okay, let's be honest with ourselves. The whole commands thing, Lopin getting the third ideal. I'm so happy for him. I love him. I think that this book literally made me love Lopin. The Lopin, I should say. Is there anything in my notes talking about the commands? Well, Nightblood was given a command, destroy evil. I don't think that's a Dawnshard command, but it still is in my notes that it was a command given to him. But again, I don't think that has to do with the Dawnshard, but that would be kind of cool. I wrote down in my Warbreaker note that Lightsong was questioned about lifeless command. That's the only words of command in my notes, so I don't really know much about what's going on right now, but that being said, I have finished Dawnshard and I liked it. It was really, really easy and fun and cute. I think it took me a bit longer to read than I wanted to and anticipated, but I still had a good time with it. I'm not gonna give it a high rating. I still had fun, but it was a little short, obviously, because it's a novella. I'm gonna give it a 4 stars. I think 4 stars is a good number for this book. I've been giving a lot of 4 stars this month, and for me, a 4 stars is really good. I almost never give 5 stars. I've only given one book 5 stars this entire year, and I've read like 30 books. So a 4 stars is pretty solid in my book, and again, I am so intrigued what's going to happen in Rhythm of War. I don't know when I'm going to be reading that. I might read that in the next few coming months. So in the next like 3 or 4 months, you should be seeing me reading Rhythm of War, and I cannot wait because this is so good. Like, I love the series so much. It takes me a lot longer to read because of the filming aspect and the notes, but I'm having a great time. I just love our characters. Also, Cheery Cheery is eventually going to become huge as an ancient guardian, and it's going to be so cool. I love her so much as well. Ugh, I just love our characters. I love this book. I love the series. So I'm looking forward to continuing it at some point in the future. If you want to show that you are here, put a ship or boat in the comments below. With that being said, have a great day. Have some amazing reads, and I hope to see you all soon. Goodbye, everyone.